Okay, welcome to this next episode. We are doing Chapter 5, Exterior Elevations. So, we are on page 5-1, and so I created a new drawing. I called it Exterior Elevations, and now we got to create a layer. So, go ahead, create a new layer. Oop, where'd it go? There we go. Call it G -MEDM, and the color is green. And we need to set this to current. Alright, now it looks like we want to start the line work for the garage. So draw a 28 foot line, 28 feet. There you go. And we got 12 feet, a 12 foot line on both sides. I'm just copying this. I could have mirrored it as well. Let's see. Oop, I'm sorry. That was not right. It is not 12 feet. It's 9 foot, 6.5 inch. So I can correct that. 9 feet. Oop, let's offset. So offset 9 feet, 6.5 inches. There we go. And then go ahead and trim. And now it wants us to draw. Let me delete that. Now it wants us to draw a line 12 inches and then another one 8 inches. And the reason why it's wanting us to do this is so we can get this slope. And we delete that. Delete. Could mirror. Let's mirror that. There we go. Nope, don't want to delete. And now we're moving right along. So now we could still use the fillet. And you know how big of a fan I am with fillet. And there we go. As long as it's set to the radius is set to 0, you can do that with fillet. All right, now we need to offset these walls or these lines 5.5 inches. There we go. And then extend them to here. So EX, select the line, spacebar. There we go. By now you should have these down. Let's see. And now we need to offset the roof lines. Offset 10.5 inches, 10.5. Offset. And now we will fillet these two together. Now my fillet is already set to 0, so there we go. Alright, now we have to draw the overhang. So it wants us to draw I'm on page 5-7, it wants us to draw a temporary line from this corner. And this is a construction line that I'm telling you about. So I'm going to go ahead and make this 10.5 because that's what it needs to be. So 10.5, and now it says to offset it 5/7/8. I'm just going to move it 5/7/8. There we go. 5-7/8. And it looks like I have to draw a line 3.5 inches, so 3.5, and then over 3.25, so that's 0.75. And then now I'm just going to copy this. Twice. And this line gets deleted. Fillet. That should meet up. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and mirror this. Select MI. There we go. No. Fillet. And voila. There we go. We got the makings of a roof. Now we're going to draw a line that's 48 feet from this edge over here. So line, spacebar, 48 feet. And now it wants us to move this 1 foot 4 inches. And vertical lines at 32 feet apart. And they need to be 19 feet 1 5/8. So line 19 feet 1 -5/8. Okay, let's copy this. And 32 feet. That's not 32 feet. Let's do this. Let's just move this 32 feet. And then I can copy it from here. There we go. And it looks like we are doing the same thing with this roof. And this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's offset. And so I just thought of something that I like to do if I forget the dimensions that I made, and I believe this was 5.5. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that I leave a little trail of dimensions for myself. And I'm going to go right here, aligned. There we go, 10.5. And this is just helpful, when you're drafting. Let me put this on the, where's my dimension layer? I'll just put it on this one. It's a frozen layer, great. There we go. How did all these There we go. Let's just delete all this. And do that again. So let's go right here, aligned. And I'm only choosing a line so I can do this. All right. Now I'm going to put it on a different layer. There you go, my dimension layers. And then that way it's just helpful for me. So I could just offset 5.5 inward. There we go. I know I can make I can do this, copy, and actually probably just copy all this. And let's just drop it right here. And let's mirror it. I don't have a reference that's in the exact middle. So here's a little trick. Draw another line. Now go mirror it. Nope. And then just fillet. And that's how you can get that done quickly. Oh, gotta extend. Here, here. Extend these lines. There we go. And there you have it. So, also want to get this dimension down. And that way I don't forget. I'm going to delete, this later. I'm going to clean it up later. So now, looks like I need to offset 12 feet and 5 9/16. This line right here. So offset 12 feet, 5-9/16. There we go. Let's extend this. EX spacebar. There we go. Let's trim this. And we are good to go. Let me get a dimension. In case I need it later. Oh. And I'm using the match properties so I could put this on the same layer. So just MA spacebar, and there you go. Now it's on the same layer. It's just easier for me to see and differentiate the what's really going on. All right, so it looks like now I need to create lines to show off this fascia. Let's make another one. There we go. And I'm going to create a column. And so I'm on page 5-10 going on 5-11. And there's a column right there. Alright, so I know I need to extend these lines even further, so I'm going to stretch this. There we go. I need to draw a line that is 8 feet 6, so 8.5 feet. And now I need to start drawing a column. So it looks like it is a 12 by 8 rectangle. So REC 12 tab 8 enter. And let me just double check to see. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so it looks like it's supposed to be here. So this line should be at the this endpoint should meet this corner. All right, now I need to draw another rectangle that's 10 inches wide and 6 feet 8 and 5/8 tall. So rectangle. I'm just going to do it over here on the side. And so 10 inches, tab, 6 feet 8 dash 5/8. There we go. And it looks like I'm going to use something similar to this, but it's going to be 4 inches. So again, I'm just going to draw, and I'm just going to move afterwards. So let's see, 12, tab 4. There we go. So let's just do this. Move, center point, move, center point to center point. Perfect. And there is my first column. All right. So now I can, on page 5-12, I can offset. Let me just draw a line here. Let me move it over 3.5 inches, and I'm just going to extend this because I'm going to trim this. What I'm going to do is copy this, CO, because it's asking me to place it here. And now that I have it there, I don't need this line anymore. I can fillet this. It's already at 0. And now it's asking me to draw a roof, a diagonal roof this way. And so if you look on page 5-12, you'll see a line, and you'll see something like this. Well, that didn't work out very well. Let me zoom in. All right, let's blow this up. Let's use scale. All right, so you'll see something like this at the top. Let me copy that. Oop. And the reason why I'm really going all out for this is I'm going to give you a brief explanation of what this is. So this is how architects determine slope. Carpenters do this as well. And so they'll go up 4 inches and over 12 inches. And that's all this is saying. That's what this slope is. Now, I just drew arbitrary lines. I didn't draw that to actual scale. So I'm going to go up 4 inches and over. Let me make sure I'm in ortho. Actually, let me redo that. Now I'm in ortho. All right. So up 4 inches and over 12. And this is my slope right here, this line. So what this is saying is for every 12 inches you go this way, you're going up 4 inches. That's all that's saying. And that's really one of the easiest ways to find out what your slope is. All right, so now just extend. I'll leave that information there. I could delete this. Let me go ahead and match properties. And let me get some dimensions here to here. Ooh, this went crooked. So that's the thing about aligned. Sometimes it goes crooked, and that's why I used to I like using dimension linear. But if I'm going to measure like anything with a slope, then I will use something else. I mean, sorry, the aligned dimension. All right, so now we are going to use this to draw a horizontal line from here to here. And it looks like we are going to trim. Trim from this line here to here. And now you can start to see the makings of a house. All right, so let me go ahead and save this, Control S, and I'm going to do part 2 of the exterior elevations.